Of stars. From babe to lady to star, the Cher Show takes audiences through an incredible journey through Cher's iconic career.
And you can see it right now at the Bushnell. Two of the stars, Ella Perez, who plays Babe, and Catherine Ariely, who plays Lady, are here to tell us all about it. I'm so excited that you guys are here.
Thanks for having us.
Finally, the show has come to Hartford.
Oh, yes.
Very exciting. Tell us about the show and how you guys got the roles. I love it.
Yeah. So basically, the show takes you through pretty much Cher's entire life and career up until the icon that we see her now. We have 3 actresses playing her throughout her life, and I play the youngest version of her, which we call Babe. I play the middle version of her, who we call Lady, and then we have Star, who's played by Scot, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of glitz and glam, some amazing hits that everyone will recognize, and a lot of her story that a lot of people don't know. That's like one of the biggest takeaways, is that people don't always know her full story, and so you get to learn so much about Cher in the 2.5 hours that
I always say you walk out a big Cher fan, even if you didn't, even if you only knew Believe walking in there, you're gonna walk out a stand.
Knowing a lot more. Oh yeah.
Now, we are. You've seen this on Broadway.
I saw it on Broadway in New York, and I'd like to see it here too.
We've been seeing the commercials pop up for this, so now it's finally here. But you know, did you both grow up as Cher fans? How did this opportunity present itself to both of you?
Yeah, I did. I mean, the way I knew about Cher was my mother, huge fan. She played Cher here and there, but I don't think I was a diehard fan until I really, I got the call from my agent that I had an audition, and from that moment, I remember thinking about like, oh, I don't think I could play Cher. Like, it wasn't a moment right away where I was I got that. But then the more I was called back in for the future callbacks over like 4 months or so, I was like deep diving into YouTube, watching those old videos, because my part, Lady, she's there during the height of the Sonny and Cher comedy hour. So I was just, and those are all over YouTube. So I was just watching how,
they're so
how
fun
she
to
held
watch.
herself,
I'm so
how
old,
she
I remember
and Sonny
them
talk to
airing.
each other.
I used to. I was like 9 or 10, and I was like, oh my God, Sonny and Cher are on. This is so exciting.
Oh my
It's
God,
fantastic.
Same thing with my mom. She was so excited. She was like, oh my God, you got a call back for
She
for
was
Cher?
a V-A-M-P.
Now, you just graduated from high school last year,
No,
right?
college. Oh
my God, I was
guess
going to
it's
say.
so exciting.
Okay, you just graduated from college and now like thrown into this as well. How did this all come about for you?
So I just remember seeing the casting posting when I was still in school. It was like my last month of school, and I just remember, you know, I had the right like look and the right height, and I was like, I'm just gonna throw myself in the casting pool for this and see what happens. And they ended up wanting to see more of me, and they wanted to see some videos. And then after I sent in my tapes, like I went in for a few callbacks over the summer, and I think I was in there like 3 or 4 times, and then I ended up getting the call a few days after my last callback, and I actually like could not believe it. This is actually unreal.
And where did you go to college?
SUNY Cortland in upstate New York.
Okay,
That's exciting. From Long Island.
Yes.
The center of the universe.
Oh, exactly. You get it.
I was particularly born in the wagon of a traveling show. Where were you guys born? No, I'm just kidding.
It was a good one. It was a good one.
He has plenty of them.
Tell us about the costuming.
Oh my God.
Like,
Is it Bob Mackie? Was she a lot of Bob Mackie?
She was mainly Bob Mackie, and these are all the original costumes from the Broadway production.
Oh, wow.
kidding.
We feel very lucky that we get to wear
original Mackie designs. They're beautiful.
Wow.
Original. They are heavy. They are beaded.
I was just going to say, are they heavy?
Yes.
Some of those beaded things that we wear, anything that's beaded, like they're so much heavier than you would think. Like we wear these like sparkly beaded jackets, and it's like a weighted blanket. It's so heavy.
It's great, and all of those costumes have to be transported in bins, like covered in towels.
Like they can't hang
instead of hanging them because they're so heavy.
So cool.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. As I said before, like glitz and glam. Like you are there's never a dull moment. Like there's always something to look at. Lots of sparkles to look at. It's good.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure that you guys have done other roles. How demanding is this particular role compared to some of your other roles you've played?
Yeah, this one feels like a big responsibility in a way.
Really does. I would think so, because you're out there toting Cher.
Yeah,
and
like
she's
it's
still
Cher.
out there and performing, and you know, I think it's one thing when you're doing a tribute to someone who's passed, but she's still alive and well. So I'm sure that there's a little bit of pressure, and you want to make sure you pay like homage to her, right?
No, when you play a different kind of role in musical theater, you have a little more freedom as an actor usually to play something different than maybe someone else did in the past when they played that role. But
as someone who's playing Cher, you can't really veer out of the box. Like, you have to check yourself and be like, no, you have to.
Like, is this me or is this Cher right now? Like, would Cher do this, or is it something that I want to do right now?
And what are some big takeaways, or maybe like one thing that since you've come into this role that you've really learned like about Cher and about yourself?
That I think the main thing for me is that Cher really struggled with insecurity and fear, like her entire life, and even still does now. And that's like something that's really fear, which is interesting because you look at her and you're like, oh, that's like a fearless, like icon, like legend, like she doesn't care what anyone thinks. But that's just not the case, and then you'll learn that like when you see the show. She dealt with a lot of insecurity and nerves and stage fright, and I think that's something that we can all identify with, and it definitely like made me feel closer to her, made me feel like I could relate to her a little bit. Someone who seems like so out of this world.
And she's human. And
and she's human as well.
And what about for you?
I was gonna say on like the opposite side of that, like she has that insecurity, but she also has this confidence, and like specifically she has such agency over her career and who she is, and learning about her story and getting to play her has been a gift in adding confidence to my own life. And I mean, it has to do with the clothes that we get to wear, you know, things that I wouldn't do normally in my life. I feel like you are forced to walk around with a confidence that maybe you didn't have before, and that's been a gift for me personally. It's like,
that's so true.
Like, hold your head back.
Let me fix my posture.
Let me stand up a little
The sunny
straighter,
days were a little turbulent for her.
Oh yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. Well, we see the love and the spark in the beginning when when Babe meets Sunny in the beginning, but then when Lady takes over, you start to see a little bit of the tension in their marital and their work life. They worked a lot, and that started to get to her. And that's where a lot of it went wrong. It went wrong.
Well, we can't wait to see it.
Oh my gosh,
it's really a blast.
Oh, and
Catherine
thank you so
and
much
Ella,
for coming.
Yeah, thank you so much for being
Thank you
here.
very much. Congratulations on such a big role that you both are taking on. How fun that you guys are. There's 3 main roles that you guys are all kind of sharing in together, which is really cool,
special.
right?
It is so special.
I love it.
And we have the information on where you can go see this. And remember, it just opened last night. It runs through March 10th. Tickets are available online at the Bushnell, the Cher Show.
Go see it. You will
Bushnell.org.
love it. Love it.